say you have handles at either side. Always pick your box up from either side. Don't pick it up from one side. It's not designed to be lifted like that. It's designed to be lifted by both sides, and you place it down completely just flat like so. Sticky mat, quite important for this one. You want to put it just probably more towards the end of the mat rather than away up at the shoulder rest. It will depend on your leg lengths and your flexibility, so I can't again give you an exact position for that, but it will be somewhere around nearer to the bottom end, and makes you really, really flexible. Now, here, this is the bar, and this bar is going to come down. There's 2 screws either end. Now, when you're coming in, you will be using this bar, and you'll be shown how to use it. I know you can't see this from this video, but it's really to give you all the tips and tools and all the little bits that you need for doing this. So what I do is I unscrew, and you can see I'm holding the bar as I do that. And I don't really need to take the screw fully out of its wee ducat. I just need to unscrew enough that it's going to move and go down. And it's always screwed into the second hold down. When you're in, we'll show you that and we'll discuss that with you. But essentially, it's always screwed into the second hold down on the little grooves there. So that's how you know. And it's all to do with the bar angulation. So if it's too high and higher as rung, it would mean the bar's way up here, and that would just be really weird when you're doing anything else. And then if it's too low, it just would throw everything off. So it's generally always into the second one. Now for this, you usually use a green spring, which is the lightest spring on your machine. Then from here, the biggest safety point, I'm probably going to go off camera here in my head, but you're really looking at my feet anyway. Now, the biggest safety thing when you're doing this in class, and we've taught this on your second one-to-one session with us, is the mounting on and the dismounting. So important that you get this right, or you really could hurt yourself. Now, there'll be many of you, we've got many clients that have got multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's. And it's not that these moves are not allowed. We usually will have seen you for a clinical assessment, and we've strategized different strategies for you, maybe coming into smaller classes, maybe you need some props, maybe some things to help you with balance and things. So this isn't an easy move, and it can be quite a dangerous position. So you've got to really be aware of that and be very careful. If you do not feel comfortable, if you suffer from things like vertigo and dizziness, then this is where that one-to-one and that feedback, and we can really look at whether or not this is a move that, you know, is that big class in there where you're doing this move, is that something you're going to do, or will we give you a different sort of move while that's, while you're in class, and not that particular one. So this isn't for everybody. Now, getting on, we go on to the foot plate first. You place your foot into the centre of the foot plate, you're coming up, and then you then place the other foot. Now, don't push it at an angle, so you can see my foot there. You want to just step down, because this is really light, okay? Or you will end up really damaging yourself in here. Not good. You then position the feet, organise yourself, arms out to the side, and you're taking this out, and then controlling this back in. Taking it out, and then controlling. Oof. This is other level joy. And there's lots of things we'll do up here, but that just shows you how to get in and out. To dismount, we always come off from behind. Now we lean our body weight onto the non-moving part, that is the foot plate. We are going to be going behind us, so making sure there's nothing behind us we're going to trip off. Never dismount from the front. You will crash into the person that's coming off from behind. So please be very, very aware of that. This leg comes off first, so the kind of, I suppose, the movie leg, the leg that's on the carriage comes off first. You step down with that leg, and then this supporting leg then comes off last. Okay, so that's how you carefully, safely get on for what's called your standing splits. There's so many variations that you'll do with us in standing splits: facing front, facing back, front splits, box splits, squat splits, pulsing, rotations, you name it, there's lots of them. But don't be fearful, but don't be arrogant with them. They are dangerous. We have to be very careful, hence why we make everybody do a beginner's course so that they are safe before they go on this. Nobody's going to just go flying and really hurt themselves. So take the time to get used to it, and always approach your reformer with a little bit of respect. Don't become that complacent person that just kind of takes it for granted. That's when injuries happen. I can tell you now, touch wood, we very, very, very rarely do we get anybody hurting themselves in here. Very rare. I've been teaching over 24 years, and I can count in one hand the time where people have done something silly. And I'll tell you who those people are. Tends to be teachers because they get complacent, or really advanced clients that have been doing it a long time. It's never beginners, right? Because you are always cautious and aware and thinking, and you don't take it for granted. So always approach your reformer with respect. Never take it for granted. Never get complacent. Accept your body for what it is today. Let go of any arrogance and a competitive streak that you might feel. Enjoy those sessions. I hope you've enjoyed going through this beginner series. Make sure you get yourself booked into your classes. Reformer Pilates with us. We have 3 options, and those options are dependent on you and your health and your ability to come into either classes in here, which is in our reformer studio where there's 9 reformers, or whether you need something a bit more smaller where we have semi-private rooms in one of the other rooms, or private sessions in our private Pilates room as well. So say, for example, you have an injury. When you look on this page, you will see there's a big link that says have an injury. Click here and you get started there. That is for people who maybe have knee problems, back problems. They have a health condition. So they come in, they get assessed first, then they go through the beginner's course, and then we then direct them based on their needs from there. So that's if you've got some sort of injury, some sort of pain in your body, or an underlying health condition, that's what you do. For those of you who've got no injuries, no issues, you simply book the Fundamentals Pilates course. Now, what that consists of is 2 one-to-one sessions, and with this, you also get a little bonus of 4 class credits. You also get access to full online training where you can look over your technique on the Pilates Reformer. We have like a little course platform where you can basically learn more about the moves that you're doing, especially in those fundamental first couple of sessions where we take that a little bit deeper, and you've got some resources on there for you to use as well. So that's how you get started. Everybody that comes with us goes through that beginners or fundamental series, no matter where you're coming from. Even if you were a teacher of Pilates, they would still go through that fundamental, because our studio is
totally different to any other facility or studio that you may have worked in or practiced in. And we want to make sure that when we know your body and that you know us, you know the rule, like simple things like where to put your jacket, where the reformer is. This reformer in here will be different to the reformer that you've used. The springs will be different. How to adjust it will be different. So it's really important that you are safe when you come into your sessions. So everybody, regardless of your starting point, at least does that beginners or fundamental course. Okay. Now, say for example, you wanted to do this with a friend or your partner. We get lots of husband wives or wives and wives or partners that come and do this together, or friends that come and do it together, and it's great for that as well. So you have the 2-to-1 option. Now, what I would say, that's great as long as you're both fairly fit, active, healthy, and you don't have big differences in your ability. So if you get somebody who's got loads of health conditions and then someone else who's got nothing, that probably won't work because you're probably better on your own rather than with somebody else. But if you get general, good, fit, healthy people want to do it together, then you can do the 2-to-1 option. So essentially save a bit of money with that. You both get the 2 sessions, you come together at the same time, and you both get a little package of 4 class credits for once you've graduated from the course as well. So it's quite a nice little one. So those are your 3 options. Injury, book the one with the assessment. You still get the one-to-one sessions with that as well, and the class credits. There's just a lot more that goes on before that, so I'll not do that in this video. Go check out what's involved in that. Just click the button and have a look. And then the other option is just no injuries, nothing wrong. You're coming to do it yourself. You book the one-to-one session, or you do it with a pal, with a partner, 2-to-1, and you start that way. It's as simple as that. And in terms of bookings, when you click whatever option you choose, the system will immediately then send you and redirect you to our diary, where you can immediately book your individual session to get started. The system will also automatically send you your login for all your online content. Everything will just happen automatically. In terms of availability, we are open 7 days a week. Pretty much you can be seen, if not, sometimes even the same day, depending when you book, but certainly within 24 hours, 48 hours, if that's what you want. Okay, we are glad that you're interested in Reformer Pilates, and we would love to see you in one of our beginners courses really soon, and maybe on one of these reformers.